Hey everyone, welcome back to Answers and Biblical Insights on World Events, where we help you navigate contemporary issues with faith-based perspectives, offering clarity and hope in a complex world. Buckle up because we've got a hot topic today. In recent days, J.D. Vance and Pope Francis' comments from a couple years ago and more recent comments on people having pets versus kids has sparked much debate. Today, we're diving into an interesting topic, pets versus kids, and what the Bible has to say about both. Many of us love our pets as family members, but how does that compare to the Bible's teachings on having children? If you've ever wondered how these two important parts of life stack up in the eyes of scriptures, stick around. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. What sparked a revisitation of J.D. Vance and Pope Francis' comments is that Kamala Harris has, in the short period since she emerged as the Democratic candidate for U.S. president, been scrutinized over her lack of biological children. Kamala does have 2 stepchildren with her husband, Doug. J.D. Vance stated in 2021 that the U.S. is being run by childless cat ladies. J.D. Vance commented on Fox News in 2021 about childless cat ladies who are miserable. He went on to say, the entire Democratic Party is controlled by people without children. Republican vice presidential nominee J.D. Vance says his comments made in 2021 about childless cat ladies was directed at the Democratic Party for becoming anti-family, not at those who don't or can't have children. In 2022, during a general audience at the Vatican, Pope Francis said, "Today, we see a form of selfishness. We see that some people do not want to have a child. Sometimes they have one and that's it. But they have dogs and cats that take the place of children. This may make people laugh, but it is a reality. Pet keeping was a denial of fatherhood and motherhood and diminishes us, takes away our humanity," he said. The consequence was that civilization grows old without humanity because we lose the richness of fatherhood and motherhood, and it is the country that suffers. He urged potential parents not to be afraid of embarking on parenthood. Having a child is always a risk, but there is more risk in not having a child, he said. More recently, on September the 4th, 2024, Pope Francis praised Indonesians for their large families and suggested that people in other countries are choosing to have pets rather than bring up children. He said, "And your country has families with 3, 4, or 5 children that keep moving forward. And this is reflected in the age levels of the country. Keep it up You're an example for everyone, for all the countries that may be, and this might sound funny, where these families prefer to have a cat or a little dog instead of a child. At Answers and Biblical Insights on World Events, we are dedicated to providing insightful videos and engaging discussions on theological, social, economic, political, educational, and cultural world events through a biblical lens. So this raises a key question. What does the Bible have to say about having pets versus kids? Let's start with children. In the Bible, children are seen as a blessing from Elohim. Psalm 127:3 says, "Children are a heritage from Yahweh, offspring a reward from Him." They are often linked to the continuation of Elohim's covenant promises. We also see that raising children is considered a form of stewardship, a responsibility given by Elohim to parents to raise their kids in the knowledge of Him. In Deuteronomy chapter 6, verses 6 and 7, we are reminded, "These commandments that I give you today are to be on your hearts. Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up." Yahweh's desire for your children is beautifully woven throughout the Torah. Yahweh wants your children to grow in His wisdom, to be filled with His love, and to walk in His ways. Children carry forward values, faith, and the teachings of Yeshua Messiah, who is our ultimate example of Torah obedience. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6 reminds us to train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Raising kids isn't just a family affair. It's a Elohim-given duty. Now let's talk about pets. While pets as we know them weren't as common in ancient Israel, animals played important roles in daily life. Dogs, for example, were often seen as protectors or working animals, and sheep and goats were integral to livelihoods. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 10 says, "The righteous care for the needs of their animals," which implies that kindness towards animals is a mark of righteousness. While animals are Elohim's creation and are treated with care, they don't occupy the same spiritual or familial space as children in the Bible. The relationship between humans and animals is more about stewardship than family. We are called to care for them, but not to elevate them to the same status as human relationships. So, what about today's big question? Pets versus kids. Scripture emphasizes the priority of family and raising the next generation. While pets can provide companionship and love, they aren't seen as a substitute for children from a biblical perspective. 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8 gives a strong statement about family priorities. Anyone who does not provide for their relatives, and especially for their own household, has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. The focus is on human relationships, especially the responsibility of raising and caring for children. However, that doesn't mean pets are unimportant. They are part of Elohim's creation and deserve respect and care. But when it comes to biblical teachings, the family, particularly children, holds a higher calling. Now, the other question, can you have both? Absolutely. The Bible doesn't forbid having pets, and they can be a wonderful addition to the home. In fact, many families find that pets teach children important lessons about responsibility and compassion. The key is to make sure that our priorities stay aligned with Scripture. Pets are wonderful companions, but raising children to know, love, and walk in Elohim's commandments is a higher responsibility. If you're enjoying this discussion so far, don't forget to click that subscribe button for more videos on contemporary issues with faith-based perspectives and how the Bible applies to our everyday lives. In the end, the Bible encourages us to take care of both our pets and our children. But it's clear that children are given a special place in Elohim's plan. Both are blessings, but in different ways. Pets bring joy and companionship, while children carry forward the legacy of faith and family, and people were created to praise Elohim, to give him glory and honor. Thanks for watching. Share your thoughts in the comments below. If this video has been helpful or thought-provoking, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And, of course, don't forget to subscribe for more faith-based content. See you in the next video.